we'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Jacoby Brissett and the New England Patriots.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, we've got a good one here in the AFC, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Spent the early years of his career bouncing between starter and backup as needed and played well, but never had a team fully commit to him as their guy. He does retain the toolbox that made him projectable as a starter. Big, strong player with a powerful arm, deceptively mobile, and tough to tackle. The best part about his game, leadership and being a great teammate.
Brissett going to go to the air right away. That is incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Brissett. Throw left side complete. That's Stevenson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
3rd and short yardage, Brissett. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
I certainly like what he did right there, because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On second down, here's Mitchell. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, maybe someone tipped it off, but on that play, it had no chance.
On 3rd down, Jackson, and that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Brissett to throw on first. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, it's Stevenson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Brissett eluding the pressure right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Brissett on 3rd and 2. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Austin Hooper from 3 yards out. And the Patriots are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by the Austin Hooper touchdown. And they can't bring him down. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down. To throw is Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards. Inside handoff, Henry. A nice little juke. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. 19 yards for Derrick Henry. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for two, they convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for two, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. To throw is Brissett. Got the connection here to Bourne. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. A tight one. 8-7 our score after one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 26. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. They'll roll him out right.
Screen play, setting it up for Mitchell.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 21. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
Throw caught by Flowers.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down. Again, Jackson. Touchdown! Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews as his guys are able to extend their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Rager will not return it, so it'll... Come out to the 25 on the touchback. New England's offense set to go. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's Brissett. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This now a 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Back to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. They'll look to throw again. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He'll look to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Gibson will take this one in. Touchdown, Patriots. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. That's caught. It's Flowers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run the screen with Mitchell.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
When he spots a lane and he keeps it himself there, worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And it's caught. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down. Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman there to make the grab. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Second and 9 now.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
He completes it. They've got a first down.
And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. He'll drop to throw, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for it. 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The former Minnesota Golden Gopher Rashad Bateman leading this offense back onto the field.
Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
You get hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson, option right. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Jackson now. Forced out to his left. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, here's Mitchell.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 47 yards.
And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Dafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. They're going to look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
On the draw, it's Gibson.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Back to throw now on 1st down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Dafe Owe
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed. His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Personal foul.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Stevenson is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Plates it to Henry. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On second down, here's Henry. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing is Jackson.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Rolling to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
2nd and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Jackson to throw.
That is caught. And he has the Ravens first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32.
Henry up the middle.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run for it with Henry.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. We all just got a heck of a show party. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome's in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?